Tuesdays weren't usually interesting at Steady James Preparatory School, but this one was about to change Borlik Watt's life forever. He sat stiffly at the grand piano in the music room, polished keys cold beneath his fingers. Chopin's Waltz in a Minor loomed in his mind, but the notes came out crooked, like they were arguing with each other. Another missed cue. Another grimace from Miss Covington. The kind of day you just wanted to rewind and redo. Borlik closed the lid gently when the bell rang. He packed his books in silence and gave the school's tall windows one last glance. It had started raining. As he trudged past the science block toward the back gate, the clouds above were the color of old bruises. His blazer was buttoned tight, his tie knotted to hide his mother's doing. He rounded the corner past the bins when a sharp voice called out from behind a stack of crates. "Oi, piano boy." Borlik stopped. That wasn't a teacher's voice. Or a student's. A chicken stepped into view. It was a large rooster, proudly perched on a tipped-over mop bucket, feathers in shades of copper and cream. Its red comb glistened in the damp air. "You must be Borlik Watt," it said in a perfect English accent. Borlik blinked. "What?" The rooster lifted one claw in what could only be described as a gentlemanly gesture. "Reginald C. Featherwick III, at your service." Best Demancer candidate confirmed. Borlik dropped his sandwich. "I've gone mad," he muttered. "No, lad. You've gone magical," Reginald said smugly. "And I'm your contract beast." Later that evening, back home, Borlik sat at his upright piano in the garage-converted music room. The room was cozy, a little cluttered, doubling as a storage space. Stacks of sheet music and his little sister May's colorful toys lined the shelves. May, 6 years old, skipped into the room with a half-eaten sandwich and a glittery panda plush in hand. "Gore gore. Can you play the Dancing Frog song?" she asked, plopping onto her beanbag. "Not now, May," Borlik replied, eyeing the rooster now perched on the piano top, calmly preening. She didn't seem to notice it. "She's rather fond of you," Reginald said. "Useful later. She's 6. And 6-year-olds see more than adults allow themselves to believe," Reginald said, cocking his head. May offered her sandwich to the panda. "Mr. Panda says you should smile more." Borlik gave a faint smile. Later that night, with May now curled asleep in the corner, Borlik sat again at the piano. The house was quiet. Reginald watched him with expectant eyes. "Why me?" Borlik whispered. "Because you played music that the wild spirits could hear. Because you have a heart that listens." The keys beneath Borlik's fingers began to hum. A golden thread of light lifted from the piano lid, curling into the air. It wrapped once around Borlik's hand, then Reginald's neck. A bond sealed by music. A sigil shaped like 3 feathers bloomed on Borlik's wrist, glowing briefly before fading into skin. "You are no longer ordinary," Reginald said. "You are a best-amancer." Elsewhere, far beneath a crumbling cathedral outside of Dartford, a hooded figure stood over a glowing ancient map etched in stone. A single golden spark had appeared. "A new one awakens," the figure rasped. Behind them, something monstrous shifted in the shadows. The hooded figure extended a clawed hand and traced Borlik's name on the edge of a glowing stone tablet. Back in the garage, Borlik played quietly while Reginald kept watch. The sigil glowed faintly on his wrist. May slept nearby with her plush panda. Nothing would ever be the same again. To be continued.